I'm definitely not gonna waste time on a 9-game slate talking about the All-Star game when we already know that shit was putrid. And all the NBA did was back up everything I've ever said about them. And as far as when I always say the NBA is dead, well, they just showed the whole world that they they're a joke. Adam Silver, since he's the man in charge, all he seems to care about is bullshit. Never talking about anything that's needed. Never talking about anything about integrity. Everything about, just trying to get more eyes on the bullshit game. I don't know who they're trying to attract. Whether they're fucking D-list celebrities. All he's talking about is practicing with robots and extending the 3-point line and all this stupid bullshit when we have more dire issues in the NBA. Somebody was right. Somebody in the comments was like, yo, NBA literally making you sick. And you know what? I felt good that whole week with no NBA. But I'm gonna tell you this. How you fuck up an all-star game? How you don't know Anthony Edwards isn't playing and got him locked in 65% of contests on DraftKings and FanDuel? How do you do the same shit for the All-Star game we do in the regular slate? You guys are the fucking worst thing ever. The NBA is fucking trash. So I'm not going to waste time going down the checklist with everything that they did wrong. All-Star Weekend with the joke was comical. They had everybody laughing. They had people from different platforms laughing. NHL was laughing. MLB was laughing. Everybody was laughing at the NBA. They're a fucking joke. All they care about is fucking Kevin Hart and Drew Skis and all these stupid celebrities. They don't even care about the players. Why you think LeBron didn't play? You think LeBron was really hurt? Why you think you can say what you want about LeBron, but 22 years he's given to the game. You think he was gonna suit up to play a game of 40? What y'all think this is horse? That's why he didn't play. The NBA, NBA is toxic and it's a fucking disaster. Let's get into this fucking bullshit ass 9-game slate. Luka 10-7. He's gonna be on a minutes restriction on Wednesday, and he should be free to go on Thursday. So fire his ass up at 10.7K. LaMelo, I don't trust LaMelo. Even if they say he's okay to play, he's gonna twist his ankle again and be out the game. So be very careful on a 9-game slate with LaMelo, because what's the percentage that he finishes the game? Maxey 9.6. He's an okay player. If you got him beaten, then I like him a little bit less. Paul George, he's done. I'm done with him. I'm done with him, and he's done with himself. He doesn't give two shits. I'm done with Paul George. Lillard's in play 9,500. You want to have a little bit less of him if you got Giannis. Giannis, that also Trae Young against Orlando. Don't forget, Orlando has a decent defense and a slow pace. The pace is very important. Because when you got games going 99, 100, 99, 102, then you got games going 135, 143. You want to be on the end with the games going 143, 130. So be careful with that slow pace game. Harden's in play. Booker's in play 9K. This is the end of this Phoenix run. Also, Durant's out of there in the summer. So, but 9K is an okay play. But I don't like playing guys against Wemby. Wemby is a black hole in that paint. Guys that drive, even if you're taking jump shots, he's altering your shots and he's blocking your shit. So Booker's a good play, but I try to stay away from going up against Wemby. Morant, okay play. What has he been doing? I'm sure he's now fresh and rested, so we should get his best foot forward. Because these fantasy points ain't it. Not for a guy that's almost 9K. You're looking for 50 fantasy points from him minimum. All this 44 and 37 ain't going to cut it. So let's just hope he's healthy and we can get the John Morant we all grew to love or grew to know. Brunson's in play, but once again, if Cat goes off, it might minimize him a little bit. We got to be careful with that. Mitchell's in play. Reeves looks better if there's no Braun. Murray either has a great game or a bad game. On a 9-game slate, he's very risky. If you're playing a lot of lineups, you could throw him in one. Halliburton, one of the most overrated players of all time, 8K, I'll pass on you. Like, if he's your last man in, and you can't find that $100 to get to Murray, or Murray doesn't play, and you can't find $200 to get to Reeves, or $300 to get to Mitchell, I don't mind him being the last man in. He does have upside, but he's a pure bitch. Sorry, my voice is a little, it is what it is. Fox, 79 against Phoenix in play. Garland's in play. Giddey's an okay play. Derek White, last man in type deal. What is last man in type deal? That means that you filled up the rest of your spots and you have $6,900 left at a guard position. And you don't mind him being the last man in. He does have upside. That's what that means. Simons, I don't mind 65. Castle, coming off of his decent all-star weekend where he put his name on the map. Coming off the bench at 6,200, I don't think I'm gonna be doing all that. Westbrook is back. My bad. Get Murray out of here. I'm not playing Murray if Westbrook is back at 8,100. The point of the salaries is because you need these guys to pay it off. If these guys aren't paying off their salaries, you're probably not cashing. What does Murray have to do to hit his salary with two triple double merchants on this team? Jovic and Westbrook. Think about that. Jokic and Westbrook. Think about that. Henderson. Scoot Henderson off the bench at 6,100. Last man in type deal. I know he has upside. Pritchard. You only need Pritchard if one of the guys are out, one of the Jays are out, and they're all playing. So Pritchard is in a priority. Let's go back to point guard. Where are we? Okay. Russell, last man in type deal, but remember, they play with his minutes, and you're going up against Cleveland, tough matchup. I'll pass on that. Ty Lue has made Ben Simmons a project to get him back to prosperity, to make him good again, to make him great again. I do like Ty Lue as a coach. They did bench Zubac for Ben Simmons the last game before the All-Star break. I don't mind Simmons. If I'm playing a few lineups, I don't mind Simmons being my last guy in. I'll take a shot, no problem. It's a 9-game slate, opening up my player pool just a little bit. Plus, NBA's been very wacky with the fantasy. It's like, even though you do need to, know your stuff, it is a little bit lottery-ish now. You know what I'm saying? Just the way they wanted it. Anything can happen. So I don't mind opening up my player pool just a little bit to players I don't usually play. Chris Paul's in the player pool, 53. No Anthony Black for me. Cole Anthony, if he starts, I'm not interested in him. But if he was my last man in, or if I was playing 10 lineups, I don't mind. Tyus Jones, okay play. Not trying to get to him, though. I don't see anybody else. Maybe Kevin Dunn if he Kevin Dunn. Chris Dunn if he starts. Chris Dunn if he starts as the last man in. McConnell if you're desperate. All right, let's go to shooting guard. Kevin Dunn is a wrestler. My bad. Chris Dunn. Because I know sometimes when you misspeak, there's people that wait. There's people that never leave any positive comments, and they wait till you misspeak. Then they fucking fly into the comments like Superman. Yo, you said this. Yo, blow me. Get the fuck out of here. I got time today. People are humans. People are gonna make mistakes. I really respect the people. They be like, yo, Chapo, I think you made a mistake. You said, oh, I love people like that, because we a community. But then there's people that be like trying to talk down to me because I made a mistake. Go fuck yourself. You know who the fuck I am? All right, back to shooting guard. That's why I want to make sure if I catch my mistake, I'll fix it right away. All right, who else is here? Jaylen Brown's in play, 8K. Baines in play against Indiana, good matchup. Norman Powell's in play, fresh off his snub, fresh off his snub. He's all right. He's scoring dependent anyway. 7,400 is fine. Dyson Daniels, I'm not really interested in playing him. Kobe White is cheeks. That whole Bulls team is cheeks. They need to sell that team. Christian Braun, I like him, but it's going to be too much with Westbrook and Murray next to him. Bridges, if you're desperate. I don't really need Oubre if Embiid is playing. Kamara's in play. Vassal's in play. Sharp's in okay play. He's coming off the bench also. LeVert on Atlanta. Any other matchup, I wouldn't mind him. He's getting run. But hold on, here's something in my house. Nemhard, Indiana. He's an okay play. Indiana sometimes Indiana sometimes they give up. They give up in the middle of the game, and I don't like that. So I pass on Nemhard. I don't need Grayson Allen. Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes is going to be interesting when there's no Embiid, because they seem to like him. Those Strother. This is who? Bogdan. Bojan got released. Bogdan. 4,700. Don't think we need him on the slate. If he's your last man in, nah, I don't need him. We don't need him. I'm sure there'll be better value on a 9-game slate. Connectors in play. I'm sure they're going to make it a point to play him, give him some run. Gary Trent, if you're desperate. Champagne? No. KCP? Trash. No. Okay, let's go to small forward. All right, Braun. He probably misses Charlotte game and play Friday. We'll see. I don't know. I have no lean, but I do think that he didn't play out of spite. Imagine, not just him, but just imagine you playing 82 games or whatever. You put him, this is for the players that play hard. You put your heart, sweat, and tears into a game. You get to the All-Star game, so your family and friends can see you and celebrate you, and you're playing to a game of 40. What the fuck? Who the fuck thought of that? Yo, whoever had that idea should be buried alive. What are we doing? What an insult. What an insult. And no wonder the players act the way they do. Starts with the top. Get Adam Silver out of here. All right, small forward. Franz Wagner's in play. Tatum's in play. Josh Hart's in play. Paul George is 5,300. He should be 5,300. He's pure trash. 2 points, 14 points. How you finish a game with 2 points? I never finished the game with 2 points in my entire life. No matter what, 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, college, I never finished the game with 2 points. I wouldn't have been able to sleep with myself at night. Like, get this man out of here. Get him out of here. Release him. Designate him from the side for assignment. Just get him out of here. I don't mind Kawhi, but Kawhi's ceiling is not that high. It hasn't been that high. Kawhi's ceiling is like high 30s. Like, we got 43 last game. 20, 31, 27, 26. Oh, he had a 47 in there. 31, 28, 26. You see what I'm saying? You got to ask yourself, what's the percentage of him getting over 40 at that price? 7,100. You love it. 7,100. You give me 40, but he played 34 minutes. He hit almost half his shots. He got 3 steals. 7,100 is not a bad. It's not a bad risk. I think looking at it, a game against Milwaukee that should be back and forth. I think that the risk is worth the reward, especially if he's a couple $100 more than Kobe White, and he's pure horse poop. Kobe White, that is. All right, Avdi is in play. He was a little bit better a couple weeks ago. I don't know what happened to him. He had a stretch where he was dropping 30 and 40, as you can see right here. I don't know what happened to him. Everybody, look, people that were hurt or in their feelings or had cucumbers stuck up their asses, whatever the fuck was going on with a lot of these players, they should be healthy and ready to go now. So I'm gonna pretend like this is a new season, and I'm not gonna bring any of their old baggage with them, and I'm gonna treat them new. So fire up Avdia, and if Friday they come out doing the same shit from beginning of the season, then we'll adjust accordingly. Don't need Bill, even if he's in. Don't mind OG if he plays. Hachimura's in play. He gets a bump if there's no LeBron. He's gonna get a lot of open shots playing with Luka and LeBron. That is, but if LeBron is out, Rui gets a bump. No Cam Johnson for me. He didn't even finish the last game. They think they slick. He didn't even finish. Was it the last game? Maybe it was this game. I can't play Cam Johnson. They don't even want him. They don't even want him. He's not going to play a lot of minutes. 30 minutes if you're lucky. You never know what game his back is going to flare up or his ankle is going to tweak, and they just get him out the game. They're not trying to win games. What are we playing? What's the point of playing Cam Johnson for? What is Brooklyn playing for? Yeah, he's 6K, but I don't trust it. The Sumno, I got him all wrong. Played him against Detroit, where they lost by 90. They were losing by 90 at halftime. Faded them. Very next game, 35 minutes, 37 fantasy points. And that's what I played him for. I played him for this. 23 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists. What did he give me? 8 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists. Welcome to the NBA. Chicago's on my banned list. If the Sumno's my last man in, I'm not going to cry about it, but I'm really scared to death of the Chicago Bulls. Matherin's in play. Don't need Royce O'Neal. Hunter off the bench. Don't think I need him. He's going to be the 5th option. That's crazy. Harrison Barnes, if you're desperate, no thank you. Richard Sher, don't need him either. All right. I'm going to pass on the rest of these guys. All right, before we go to power forward, if you're new here, welcome. Appreciate you taking time to listen to my video. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up the video. If you're struggling to cash, you don't have time to do research, you don't have time to wait for news, you don't have time to wait for starting lineups, you want me to send you my finalized optimal updated lineups right before lock, check out the Patreon link in the description. Check out the channel memberships right here on YouTube. Super chats are open. Everything else should be in the description. Yeah, let's go to power forward. All right, Giannis 11-5 in play. We'll see what's going on with Braun. Durant's in play 9.2 against the Spurs. Wemby probably gonna be really motivated because Durant's one of his people. I do look at motivating factors for certain players because you need a motivated player, especially your spend ups, to go crazy. Because usually these guys aren't motivated and they don't pay off their ticket. But when there's some type of motivation involved, then players go nuts. That's what you need to win, right? Who's this? Miles Bridges against Denver. Okay, play. Mobley's in play. Banchero's in play. Remember, I'm going to treat everybody like this is a new season. Banchero's in play. Jaren Jackson's in play. Siakam's in play. Bobby Portis is 2. Bobby Portis is only. I don't want to say only. Only. You know what? For me, Bobby Portis is in play only if Giannis is out. If Giannis is in, I'm not playing him at 7K because they was playing with his minutes when Giannis wasn't even playing. Don't think I didn't remember. Porter's been playing like he want to be an all-star. If he plays, he's in play. Kuzma, I don't need him with Giannis. He's not a bad play. I just don't need him with Giannis at 6,500. I'm gonna need him to pay this off. Yabusele only if there's no Embiid. Jeremy Grant, no thank you. Aaron Gordon if you're desperate. Bo. We want to make sure he stays in the rotation. They'll actually probably need him against Wemby, so Bo should be in play. Buzelis is in play. Aldama's in play. Derrick Jones is in play. Gorgon Yang is in play, but I don't like that game environment. No Finney Smith for me. I think if Finney Smith was my last man in, I'd probably cry. I'd shed a tear. Try to get him out of there. The rest of the guys I'm not going to be touching. And at center, Jokic 12-5. We're in an era right now where we're just finding value in playing Jokic. Wemby, same thing. Find value and play him. We'll see what's going on with Embiid. If he can't go, Maxey gets a bump. I'm still not going to be interested in Paul George. Mark Williams, 8,500. 8,500 is kind of spicy for a guy that's broken. Let's see what he does against the Lakers if he plays. Even if he plays against the Lakers. Porzingis is in play. Vooch if you're desperate. Zubac's in play, but remember he might get benched for Ben Simmons at some point. Let me see. Zubac. It's matchup dependent. Milwaukee, they got Giannis and they got Brook Lopez. They probably wouldn't bench Zubac. I wouldn't think. Jared Allen's in play against his old team. Okongwu if you're desperate. Claxton if you're desperate. Klingon is in play. I think, what's his name? Domination is going to be out for a few games. Yeah, he should be all the way at the bottom, injured. All right, so Klingon's in play. Thomas Bryant, if he starts, he's in play. No Brook Lopez for me. I don't play Brook Lopez with Giannis. Don't really need Nick Richards. Hayes is in play at 5K. Diabate if he starts. Edie if you're desperate. I don't think I need Alex Len off the bench. Nurkic, you'd want him to start, but he's not going to play a lot. He may not play a lot of minutes. If you're going to play Nurkic, you got to listen to Nurkic news because he's on like a minutes restriction. Wendell Carter, if you're desperate, if he starts, but he's coming off the bench. And the rest of these guys, I'm not going to be playing. So that's 9 games. I'm gonna go in and get out of here. Like I said, appreciate y'all watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up the video. I know a lot of y'all gonna be going crazy about the All-Star game. Like I said, I don't want to waste this video talking about that bullshit, but it was an absolute massacre for the NBA. And if anybody listening to me thought I was bullshit, and when I said the NBA is dead, well, they just went and killed themselves on national TV. And I'm gonna leave it with that. I'll talk to y'all later. Ciao.